Okay. Damn tablet. Live from the WDWL TV Multiplex Breaking News Live Studio, we bring you the pride of the station. Oh, the Two Grumpies, starring the grumpy old man. Oh, that would be me. And the Grumpy Vulture. Take your bow. Oh, very nice, very nice. You've been watching that ballet again, huh? Oh, yeah, you got your pirouette down. Feel them soft feathers. You took a bath for a change. All right, now, here's something that you'll really like. You want to know what it is? You're going back in your corner. Oh, the camera will see you. Look there. Turn your head. Look there. Okay. Greetings, friends. It's nice when the CEO isn't here. I can sneak in like I did yesterday, and I get to use the new Breaking News Live studio again. Yeah, wait until he sees the... When he sees these weekend videos, Grumpy will be out buffing the... Oh, he got a new car. That's right. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be buffing that. And the radiator shell and the bumpers and... That's okay. I'll tell him it was the bird's fault. Yeah, I'll tell him the bird forced me into it. Well, before we get into today's topic, I decided I was going to make me another seafood quiche. All right, a seafood quiche. I call it quiche. I know, I'm an asshole. So I went up to Aldi's because Aldi's carries actually a better frozen pie crust than the Pillsbury. Oh, yeah. And they don't just whip them in the case. Oh, the last time I went to Mark's, I had to go through about a dozen pie crusts in order to find two that weren't broken. I think the kids deliberately take them over their knee. Whack! Okay, put that one in there. Whack! Put that one in there. Either that or they're using them for Frisbees. I go to Aldi's. The last time I got pie crust there, I done took one out. Okay. Today, I go in, open the cooler. Look at this. Perfect. Two pie crusts. Perfect. So, I take two. There's two in the pack. I grab a second pack. Whoa, look at this. Perfect again. Wouldn't find that up the street at the other store. So then I go back, and I get the eggs, I get the butter, I get the seafood, that imitation crab. It looks like meat from a crab leg. It's actually Alaskan pollock mixed in with a bunch of other shit. Add a little flavoring, some crab flavoring, and they call them seafood sticks. Well, they are. They're just not crab meat. Some stores call it imitation crab. What's an imitation crab? Well, it's an Alaskan pollock fish. They mix a bunch of shit together, form it, put that red coloring on to make it look like crab meat. but they don't call it crab meat. They're not allowed, no false advertising. But Aldi's has better. Theirs is better than what I got at another store. Bigger pack, cheaper price. One thing I like about Aldi's, they have lowered a lot of prices. The only problem is, and I mentioned this the last time I was there, you can't find shit in that store. Like today, Grumpy had a taste for dark chocolate. Now, they carry a big variety of chocolates, all imported. So, the last time I was there, it was halfway down aisle 2. I was Is chocolate there? No. Canned goods. And like the chocolate was here the last time I was here. So instead of wandering around the store like, a lost senior citizen, which basically I would have been, there's a very, very nice young female. I was going to say something, but I got to watch what I say. A very nice young female stocking the shelves at the end of the aisle with a beautiful French braid. Oh my God. I've seen a lot of French braids. This one was gorgeous. So I walked up to her and I said, first of all, I have a question, and then I have a comment. I said, what do you want first? She goes, whatever you decide. I said, well, I have to comment. You have the most beautiful French braid I have ever seen. She goes, why, thank you. I did it myself. How the hell you do that behind your head? So then, I said, the last time I was here, the packaged chocolates were right over there. Can I ask you where they are now? She goes, well, they're midway down on aisle 3. I said, thank you. She goes, oh, no, thank you for the compliment. I said, anytime. I walk around, get the chocolate that I want. No need to make a note where it is, because the next time I come in this store, it ain't going to be here. I swear, as soon as a section empties out, like here, example. Well, don't break the microphone. If this area had paper towels and all the stock has been removed and it's just empty boxes, they take the empty boxes out, they throw them away. Then they go back in the stock room, and whatever is on the pallet, they load up on a cart, they bring it out, and they stick it there. Now, it was paper towels. Now, it's cereal. That's the way they stock these stores. I swear, wherever there's an opening, whatever's on the pallet in the storeroom goes in that opening. No semblance. The only thing that remains the same is fruit and vegetables. That's and the lunch meat in the back of the store and cheese. Okay, and the eggs and the milk. Any other merchandise, I love shopping there. Crap. And they have made an announcement publicly that they have lowered a lot of prices in the store. And I've noticed it. The one item that I had purchased previously was $2.49. It is. Over a multitude of items, you are saving quite a bit of money. It's just that the store aggravates the shit out of you. You can never fucking find anything. Matter of fact, after I got the chocolate, I came back up. And I says to the girl with the French braid, I said, thank you for telling me where it's at because I'd have been wandering around for hours. She goes, oh, no problem. Now, how the employees remember where this shit is amazes me. So then I says to her, I said, you know, this store has no semblance of order. Well, what do you mean by that, sir? I said, the last time I was here, 2 weeks ago, the chocolate was there. Now it's over there. Well, we're in a state of slowly organizing the store. I said, when is the store going to be fully organized? Well, corporate sends us one half an aisle at a time. No wonder everything is like... So I have everything I need in my carry bag because you have to bring your own. I get to the register. They have one live cashier. They have 2 registers, 1 live cashier. Why they have the 2 registers, I've never seen the second one open. You know, they want you to do self-checkout. Grumpy, don't do self-checkout. So luckily, the woman in front of me only had like 37 items. Not like the one before the last time I was there where she had like 762,000 items. So I get up, check out, load my bag. I'm starting to walk out of the store, okay? I'm not an Olympian. I'm 73 years old with medical problems. All of a sudden, this bitch rams me in the ass with her cart. So I turn around, and I was waiting for her to say, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I turned around and she goes, can't you walk any faster? Calm down, Grumpy. I can feel the veins sticking onto your forehead. I said, no, I can't walk any faster. You could have gone around me. You think you're going to speed me up by ramming me in the ass with your shopping cart? Then she tells me I have an attitude. Oh, I wanted to reach in her cart and grab the largest item I could find and smack her across her fucking face with it. Yeah, can't you walk any faster? Can't you fucking go around me? There was plenty of room. No, she rams me in the ass with a cart. Like, if she rams me in the ass, I'm going to start getting faster. No. All you're going to do is piss me off. Did I step aside? No. I decided to be a cantankerous son of a bitch and just take my time walking out, waiting for her to hit me in the ass with a cart once more, because then the fight would have been on. She'd have been wearing my dozen eggs across her face. Oh, people today, Jesus Christ. You know, this is the problem. Growing up in a different era. You know, I was taught by my grandparents to hold the door for someone who was older than me, to help them get a package off a shelf, load their items in their car. Not today. Senior citizens get treated like gutter trash. And it gets worse. Every year it gets worse. More and more and more disrespect. The parents raising these assholes, I'm sure, weren't taught that way by their parents. Maybe. I just cannot see. If you were raised like I was raised, and the way I raised my son, I don't see all of a sudden this big generational shift where they go from polite to assholes. But that's what's happening. This younger generation, no respect whatsoever, but hitting me in the ass with a shopping cart was not going to speed up my step. I don't know what she expected. But she was lucky. Because maybe I would have stuck it up her nose. I just do not understand what she was thinking. To ram me in the ass with a shopping cart, to think maybe I was gonna all of a sudden turn into, an Olympic sprinter. It didn't work. And she did it deliberately. Because when I turned around, she said, can't you walk any faster? I really wanted to say, can't you fucking go around me, you bitch? One thing, getting older, and the way these generations are, Grumpy has learned to hold his tongue a lot more than he did like 20 years ago. This could have been a disaster. Because had I said what I was thinking, there'd have been a shit storm in the front of that store, I guarantee. The term egg on her face would have had a true meaning, because the first thing I'd have done was whacked her across the face with my dozen eggs. And then which ones didn't break, I'd have picked up and I'd have broke on her forehead. Ignorant motherfuckers. And then, on the lighter side, I'm coming home from Aldi's, and I'm driving down the street, and suddenly, what do I spot? A herd of like 20 deer in the middle of the street. Yeah, we have city deer now, yeah. And you think they would move? No. They're standing there looking at me. I'm looking at them. I toot the horn. And they look at me like, what are you blowing a horn for? This is our street. We've claimed it. We'll move when we fucking want to. Now, there were cars on the other side of the street. So the one started to inch up, thinking that the closer he got, they would move. No. He was about 3 feet, and they didn't move. They just stood there looking around. So he blows a horn. And I mean, he lays on them. I just went beep, beep. He's like, eh. All their heads turn and look at him. And I could see what they were thinking, like, why are you blowing a horn? We're city deer. That shit don't scare us. We'll move when we want. And about 4 minutes later, evidently the lead deer must have said, okay, girls, let's go. And they just sauntered, la da 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 da, because they were all does. There were no antlers, no males, all females. But like I say, it was all of a sudden like the lead one went, okay, we'll move for him. And they just slowly sauntered across the street, up on somebody's front lawn. I was like, they're cute. I don't want to be a Bambi killer. But are you ever going to move? Yeah, I had called. We get them every year about this time. And I had called the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. And he told me, because I said, this was last summer, I said, I can walk up and pet them. Are they raised like, farm raised for some reason? He goes, no. These are wild deer. They're not from a farm. They're wild deer. But they have become so accustomed to humans, humans don't scare them because humans feed them. That was part of the problem. He said if people would stop feeding them, but yeah, I had a couple in my driveway last summer, and I walked up, and of course I was taking a chance, and I kept getting closer and closer and closer, and Bambi was just standing there looking at me, and I put my hand out, and I started to pet it down its neck, and it just stood there. Yeah, they are so accustomed to humans, they don't scare. They'll eat out of your hand, which is bad. See, we have ruined these deer by feeding them. Because now they are looking for it. And people are dumb enough to do it. Oh, look at the cute deer. Go in the house, deer, them brand new peaches I just bought at Gigantic Eaglet. Bring me a couple out. Here you go, deer. Munch, 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 munch. And the deer are like, thank you. Yeah, these are wild deer. They migrate all over the state of Ohio. The guy from the Department of Natural Resources told me this herd migrated from Willoughby. And he says they eventually will end up in Columbus. And they mainly come in the city during hunting season. He says, oh, they're not stupid. Yeah. Come hunting season, it's like they have their own calendar. It's like, hey, Gladys, it's hunting season. We got to get out of this farmer's cornfield and we got to go up in the city. Okay. And they all, oh yeah, they got the shitload of ear tags. The guy from Department of Natural Resources told me, yeah, they have like GPS units in those ear tags. Yeah, they follow them all over. And they really can't do anything about them. But yeah, we have ruined the wild deer by feeding them. And now they're not afraid of us, which is bad. They're supposed to be wild. In a way, they're wild, but they're now city deer. They have country deer and city deer. And it's a riot because, like last summer, they were sleeping in my backyard, driving my cats crazy. Because they'd come right up to the fucking window. Look at the cats. Cats are like, hey. Yeah, they were all over the neighborhood last year. Then when I didn't see them earlier, I thought, well, they're somewhere else. Nope, they're back. But yeah, they were standing in the middle of the street like a bunch of dumb kids. Blow a horn at them, didn't faze them. Couldn't get them to move. They moved when they wanted to. So that kind of lightened my mood from the bitch at Aldi's. Yeah. Now, remember yesterday I said I have to learn a whole new vocabulary? You know, it started with hashtag. Hashtag. It's a number sign. It's a tic-tac-toe thing. No, it's a hashtag. And then doxing, swatting. Not that kind of swatting. My buddy's granddaughter was over recently. The other day. That's recent for me. And she was telling her grandmother, she goes, oh, I'm so pissed off. And her grandmother said, well, what? She goes, well, you know, I've been on this dating site, which we knew. And she goes, the damn guy that I was texting with was catfishing. I turned to my buddy and I was like, what's wrong with that? The guy's a sportsman. Evidently, he couldn't text her back because he was out catfishing. No. Catfishing is not like in my day, rod and reel. No. It's a fake person. You take on a fake persona. This supposedly 22-year-old guy turned out to be a 48-year-old guy with somebody else's picture. That is catfishing. Not, whoa, I got one. Nope. I'm like, of all things to call it catfishing, you couldn't come up with a different term, you younger generation? Yeah. I thought maybe this guy was a sportsman. Tells her grandmother, this guy was catfishing. What's wrong with that? Catfish tastes pretty good. Breaded, fried up. No. You hook somebody, but you don't hook a fish. Well, I guess in the new terminology, she is a fish. She got caught, he hooked her in. Catfishing. What other terms do I have to learn that were certain things in my day? Back in my day, it was a number sign or a tic-tac-toe screen. No. It's a hashtag. And we already found out doxing and swatting, catfishing. What next? They have to rewrite Webster's dictionary, I guess. Yeah, I thought maybe she hooked up with a pretty decent guy. Not too many young guys today like to fish, let alone catfish. It's an acquired taste. No. He wasn't out with a rod and reel, out in a stream, in a set of waders. He was a different identity. Almost like identity theft. I mean, he stole a guy's picture. Matter of fact, who knows where the picture came from? But that picture was not him. And they had gone in the other room. I really wanted to find out, how is it you discovered this 22-year-old was in his 40s? Did he tell you? Did he give it away? Did you meet him? Now I have to call my buddy's wife and say, hey, I didn't get the rest of the story. Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, catfishing. Because even my buddy didn't know, We were both sitting there going, maybe you could give us some tips, good places to, what lakes or streams is he? No. It had nothing to do with rods or reels or lures or bait. Well, he was baiting her, I guess, making himself out to be some other person. But yeah, I have to learn a whole new vocabulary now. I'm too fucking old to learn a new vocabulary. The internet has created monsters. I told my buddy, I said, tell your granddaughter to get off the fucking dating websites, for Christ's sake. Join a church group or something. It's obvious there's no trust. You know, I'm from that harmony.com generation where you had to fill out a big fucking questionnaire and answer 92,000 questions. You know, how many rolls of toilet paper you use a month? You know, how many toothbrushes you use a year? Yeah. Harmony.com they had a questionnaire. Although every now and then some asshole would slip through the cracks. But see, not today. Half these sites could give a damn who you are. It's too dangerous. I told my buddy, I said, you can't trust this shit today. Tell your granddaughter to do something else. You can't trust online dating sites. It's obvious. And you know, this guy was just up to no good. He figured, oh, I'm going to reel me in a young one. My buddy and I would tell him, hey, throw it back. Wait until it grows up. I'm sure there was some nefarious bullshit going on. Obviously. 20 years older than she is. But I gotta find out. Because inquiring minds want to know. Since Grumpy one time was in the Inquirer, I want to inquire. How did she find out he was 20 years older than her? Did she meet him? Did she take that chance and risk her life? Because nobody does any research. Of course, we don't even know if he was using the real name. He was using a phony picture. At least with harmony.com, although, I don't know, does that website still exist? And if it does, do you still get a 47-page questionnaire? At least they would do, checks. I don't know if they ran a full background check or how they, hey, after 4 marriages, ain't no harmony.com for Grumpy. Mine is the unharmony.com. But yeah, back in that time, they checked out people. But today, there's so many goddamn dating sites. You put up a phony persona and you become somebody and you catfish. No rod or reel. Well, you hope to reel them in with your bullshit, but yeah, after they went in the other room, I told my buddy, I said, boy, she's taking a fucking chance. She could end up taking a dirt nap. A lot of that shit goes on. Jesus Christ, you read about it every day. I don't know how many videos I watched in the last couple of weeks. College girls. Meet a guy at a bar. Next thing you know, they're taking a dirt nap. One guy posed as a goddamn Uber driver. Girl was standing on the corner waiting for an Uber. He stops, puts the window down. Then she goes, "Are you my Uber?" "Why, yes, I am." "Get in." And then she ended up taking a dirt nap. Of course, I think they passed some kind of legislation, you know, what's my name? I think that's what they called it. What's my name? An Uber driver or a Lyft driver pulls up, and whoever ordered it says, "What's my name?" That's what they're supposed to. What's my name? And if the guy is a phony, you get the hell out of there. But it was a little late. You know, they passed this law in her name, but unfortunately, by getting in this car thinking it was her Uber, she ended up taking a dirt nap. And I told my buddy, I said, you know, your granddaughter, she's kind of gullible. That's part of the problem. I don't know if this what's my name thing is nationwide. I know in that state it was. The what's my name legislation. Now I know they're supposed to be marked. This guy was just looking for trouble. And unfortunately, she was the trouble. Because he didn't say, "I'm your Uber," which he wasn't. He put down the window and she says, "Are you my Uber?" Cha-ching! "Why, yes, I am." "Get in." And then unfortunately, it wasn't an Uber. It was a predator. So you can't trust anything. So I tend to think my buddy and his wife are going to have a long chat with their granddaughter. Because this could have gone sideways real fast. And now Grumpy knows what catfishing is. Not something you buy a rod and reel for. And it's so easy online today. You don't know who you're talking to. Unless you see me, you wouldn't know who I am. Although, it'd be tough for me to disguise this to make me look like a 22-year-old. I wouldn't even think of that shit. Jesus. Of course, back in my day, dating was different. First of all, you didn't have cell phones. You knew the person. Unless it was a blind date. But 99.9% of the time, good friends, trustworthy friends, hook these two people up. None of this shit like today. That's the sad thing about my generation and today's generation. Back in my day, there was more openness, more trust. The internet has created a lot of shit. Although the internet has put Grumpy on the air. In the WDWL TV multiplex. Oh, we got studios up the ass now. Long way from those days of the GoPro on a tripod with Grumpy sitting in a lawn chair in the backyard. No, look at this. Yeah. I'm still looking for suggestions for my first annual New Year's Eve special. Now, the CEO has a special place for me. He's already told me. Oh, he said, this is you to a T. I was like, tell me. No, I will not find out about it until New Year's Eve. But it's in the multiplex. I just don't know what studio. But he tells me it's you to a T. I mean, I'm excited. I just wish I knew where it was. Because he won't fucking tell me. I tell him, is it Studio 1A? No. Is it Studio 22B? No. Where is it? It's not the new studio. That one's not done yet. Getting there. I kind of peeked through the wall. It's getting there. That studio is going to be dynamite, that one, but that ain't for me. He won't tell me, but he just keeps telling me it's you to a T. It's it's you. This studio is you. So, a couple more days. We'll find out. New Year's Eve, 11 o'clock. I still haven't found out if there's going to be live streaming from Times Square. God, I hope so. It'll really screw up my New Year's Eve show if it isn't. Because I'm going to have a monitor sitting well, probably over here. Back here. Here. Back here. Here. I hate this camera. Back where the bird is, there'll be a monitor. So while you're watching me, this beautiful face for radio, we'll be watching Times Square. And then when the ball starts to drop, we'll be ready. Me and the bird. No celebrity, Not even the receptionist. I asked. I said, can the receptionist be? No. Matter of fact, CEO said, get that out of your head. I said, hey, would be nice to have, just like on TV, have a partner. He says, you got a partner. He said, yeah. So at 11 o'clock, December 31, we'll be in the special studio. That's me to a T, he said, with the bird. I already promised the bird could come in. But I'm hoping somebody's going to live stream. Otherwise, I'm screwed. I'd have to bring in a TV set. That's what we called them back in my day, TV sets. And hook it to a local broadcast station. It would be easier with YouTube. But I'm looking for suggestions. What to do to kill that hour. So far, no emails, nothing in my my face plant comment section. I need some ideas to kill that hour, to make it a worthwhile New Year's Eve special. Because if it's boring, nobody gonna tune in next year. So go on my face plant comment section and give me some ideas for the first annual Two Grumpies New Year's Eve extravaganza. Oh boy, we're putting a big name to a nothing show, an extravaganza. Not like we're going to have a parade of guests through here. Be my luck, yeah. Old Charlie come in with his saxophone. No, we don't want to be listening to hours worth of polka music. Oh, God, no. So give me some ideas, friends. Go on my faceplant comment section and give me some ideas for the first annual Cool Grumpies New Year's Eve extravaganza. Boy, it sounds like it's going to be a wild program. I can see people out there listening right now. Guy yelling to his wife, hey, Grumpy's going to have an extravaganza. We're going to have to tune in. Never mind the party we were going to go to. We're going to watch the Grumpy's extravaganza. Would be nice. One way or another, I'll be here. I've already committed to it. And if I don't use the special studio the CEO is giving me, I won't get shit around here next year. But he just keeps telling me, it's you. I said, well, give me an idea. What, you'll find out New Year's Eve. And then he chuckles. It's you. Yeah. I'm looking on the bright side. That'll be something like the breaking news live here, you know. Fancy background, nice lighting. Fingers crossed. Whatever it is, nobody else gets this location. He told me, it's yours. Okay. He's the one signing my paycheck, so I don't want to piss him off. Not to mention, he did tell me once the studio down the hall is complete, I get to give it its debut. I get to do the premiere opening. So I don't want to piss the CEO off. So I've already committed and said, okay, whatever studio you got for me, I'll be there. So friends, give me some suggestions. And I'm still trying to find the pictures of me slicing my meatloaf wedding cake. Yeah, I did get an email. Friend of mine was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I said, "No. I got married in a Boston market with a mashed potato frosted meatloaf wedding cake." Oh, and I found out today the last Boston market in the area closed. Yeah, a friend of mine told me. The one in North Olmsted. Gone. That's it. There are none left in northeastern Ohio. Probably none left in Ohio. But yeah, we had one. And it's gone. She told me. Empty. Big for rent sign in the window. I couldn't even go there to reminisce. That would have been a neat place to hold my New Year's Eve show in a Boston market. I would tell them, hey, look in your archives. I got married in one with a judge with a meatloaf frosted, a mashed potato frosted, I can't even say it right. A mashed potato frosted meatloaf wedding cake. Can we even call it a cake? It looked like one. Oh, he did a beautiful job. Oh, he had some, he piped on that frosting and fancy little swirls. And it looked like a professional done cake. Done with mashed potatoes. And there were layers. He sliced the meatloaf in layers, like you would do with a cake. A multi-level meatloaf, mashed potato cake, which I ate for like 6 months after it. Yeah, I went to work, had all them boxes. You know, they give you them little boxes, passed them out at work. Went to lunch, come back from lunch, they were all stacked on my desk. People opened it up and went, meatloaf? Oh, Grumpy, you're sick bastard. I said, didn't you read the box? Grumpy and Mrs. Grumpy, wedding, Boston market. You'll find it. Look at it's on the internet. I can't find it. It's on the internet somewhere. A friend of mine showed it to me. Somebody was there with a camera. Maybe one of the news stations. But I can't. I looked today. I still can't find it. But yes, Grumpy got married in the dining room of the Boston market in Rocky River. I'll give you that much. There was a Boston Market in Rocky River. It's a Dairy Queen now. It was a Boston Market. A Rocky River judge came from court in a robe and married us in the dining room. And then the couple cut the wedding cake. The meatloaf wedding cake. I'll never live that one down. But it was in the Rocky River Boston Market with a Rocky River municipal judge in the dining room. And anyone that came in, any customer, got a free meal. Well, it filled the joint too, but yeah, they were telling people as they were coming in, we're having a wedding, food's on us. So, of course, the joint was full. And everybody scarfed up the free food and left. And left without taking wedding cake. Yeah, they took the chicken, mashed potatoes, all the sides, and left the stack of them little boxes of wedding cake, which I ate for the next 6 months. There, I gave you more information to search it out. And if one of you find it, upload it to my Faceplant page. It's out there. I've seen it. I can't remember how my buddy found it. It was eons ago. But yes, I was on TV, I was on radio, I was in newspapers, in the Inquirer. And in the London newspapers. The Globe and the Daily Mail. Because I got a call from my friend who was working in London at the time. And he said, you're in 2 newspapers here. I was an international celebrity for a day or two. But it's out there. Now I gave you more information. The Rocky River Boston Market. Marriage of the grumpy old man. You'll find it. You got enough information to search it out now. And with that, I think it's time for me to make my seafood quiche. Yeah. I'm going to make another one. It was so good, I'm making another one. I got the pie crust, I got all the ingredients. Now I got to get my ass out in the kitchen, preheat the oven, and get going. No, we don't want that. Jesus. Come on. We want the ending. This one. A song that none of my ex-wives are singing. Neither am I. Thank God I lost track of all 4. And with that, I will meet you again here in the WDWL TV multiplex tomorrow night.